System 1 loaded.
Hi guys, I'm here in Artist Alleyway with Jordan Morpeth, an up-and-coming artist.
What's up?
And we thought we'd stop by and just have a chat because you've got some interesting prints out here and you're writing some graphic novels as well.
Yes, I am. I'm working on a couple of graphic novels, yes. Yeah.
So tell us about when you started professionally drawing.
So when I started professionally drawing was, I would say 3 or 4 years ago, when I had the idea for my original book, which was called Serenade. And I just sat down with a piece of paper and just started writing.
Okay.
And then just drew some funny little drawings, little sketches of the character, and it kind of just created itself, really.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about the character in Serenade?
So it's a very dark story. I would say, if anything, it's kind of, if I were to take a few characters and put them together, it would be Deadpool meets Spider-Man and Batman.
Okay.
So I've taken a few bits and pieces from some of my favorite things like Spider-Man, like Batman, and just put them all together as a character and as a story. And it's based in it's all black and white, so it was heavily influenced by Sin City.
Okay, cool.
And it's based in a fictional city. And he's basically just a mercenary who decided to go good. But it's all about how he goes good. And it's hard for a bad person to go good, essentially.
Oh, that actually sounds really interesting.
Yeah. So it's just one of those stories where it's just fun playing with that idea of turning, basically someone just flipping the coin and trying to see if they can do it.
Okay, cool. And so this is a graphic novel?
Yes, it is, yes. So this one's the first, I've called it book one. It's a little bit cliche, but it's book one regardless. And it's the first 5 chapters of the story,
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So you said like Batman and all these characters. Who's your greatest influence?
Oh, that's like asking,
question.
that's like asking for my favorite niece or nephew. My greatest influence would probably be people like Frank Miller, Jim Lee, especially as artists. I love Grant Morrison as a writer. I love people like, obviously Stan Lee. We wouldn't all be here without Stan Lee. Who else? That's a hard question because I never have that list just sitting there.
Sounds like you're like well read.
Very well read, yeah. Even as far as someone like C.S. Lewis, Dr. Seuss.
Okay.
I'm just very heavily into everything. Even George Lucas. I don't do a lot of what I do without Star Wars. I don't do a lot of what I do without most of these characters, really. Yeah.
Okay. So what inspires your stories?
What inspires my stories?
Yeah.
Life. Serenade is heavily inspired. I always say that Serenade is an alternate universe version of me.
Okay.
He's very much me, just in a really bad place, like in somewhere that none of us want to be there. And the stories are very influenced by who I am and some things I've been through as well.
Okay, cool.
So it's a little bit of a twisted version of things I've been through, whether they have been relationships, whether they've been family situations, just anything like that, really. It's just whatever comes to my mind that really affects me, I try and turn it into something else.
Weave it into the story.
Yeah. It was one of those stories that I started writing when I was I had a bit of an issue with mental health.
Okay.
And just started writing it and just was expressing what I was feeling at the time. And just this crazy, weird thing kind of created itself.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I've been getting a lot into monster stuff. So I've been watching a lot of monster movies lately, and Universal monsters, a bit of Frankenstein, Hellboy. I really love Cthulhu, and anything with tentacles is really fun to draw. I love like octopuses and all that kind of thing. So I think it's really interesting.
Okay, so what's coming up for you in the next couple of months?
What's coming up for me? So I've got the digital copies of Serenade are coming out in the next month or 2. We don't have a due date just yet, but those are coming out on my website, jordanmorpethart.com. And then I'm working on a small standalone called Takeo, the Legendary Ronin, which is kind of influenced by that monster stuff. It's anthropomorphic, octopus, human, samurai. There's a few other characters I've added in there, like we've got some tigers who are cowboys, we've got some elephants who are warriors. So I'm just playing around, I'm just starting it off and just seeing, kind of trying to build a universe around that.
Yeah, that's
and it's just something different from the dark and gritty I was doing.
Okay, yeah. So you do the dark and the gritty and then give yourself a
Yeah, this is kind of like the adult's version of Kung Fu Panda.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not as, and I'm kind of trying to look for some stuff to do for kids as well.
Okay.
I really like, I find a lot of kids really love my work.
Yeah.
And I would like to, once I start getting my comic books selling, I would love to do some stories for kids, I think.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because some of your artwork, I mean, you said you worked in black and white, but some of your artwork's really bright.
Yeah.
The colours are really vibrant.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So I think, yeah.
Yeah, I have only been doing colour. I had done black and white for quite a long time, and I've only been doing colour as of the last year and a half or so. And I really started to find that, it was very popular with young kids, and I think it's just those bright, really bright colours in your face. Yeah, exactly, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Oh, cool. So where can people go if they want to find out more about you?
So I've got my Instagram, Jordan Morpeth Art, and then jordanmorpethart.com is my website.
Okay.
That's Morpeth, Morpeth.
Yeah, we'll put
It's a little bit hard to write, yeah. That's where all my stuff is. All the previews, I've got blogs on there. I've got previews of all the books. My online store is there where I sell all my prints and original art as well. And just any new news is going to be on there and on my Instagram.
Great. Well, we'll be keeping an eye on it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Great.
Cool.
Well, thanks for chatting.
That's all right.
Today.
No worries.
Great. And
that was fun.
yeah, it was great. We're really excited about your graphic novel coming out, so we'll keep an eye on it, and when it does, we'll let the GEEKisH community know.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks, guys.
Cool. See you later, guys. May the force be with you.